Okay, what do we have here? Well, we have my truck, affectionately known as the Flamer because of the grill there, and we have the flat tire that I just pulled off the truck. Pulling this tire off the truck, as you can see, the wheel well where it's missing was not super easy in itself because this is a 20-something-year-old truck. I think it's 1998, so maybe I'll talk a little bit how I did that in another video. But I wanted to do a video about finding the leak in this tire and patching it. So that's what we're going to do. We've got this tire that hopefully just has a small leak in it, which, by the way it deflated over time, I think it does. And we have this kit over here, and this kit looks more like a medieval torture device than a tire patching kit, but hopefully I'm going to be able to use it to patch the tire after I find the hole in it. The first step is going to be take it to the gas station and get it filled with air. So we're going to do that and catch up with you in a second. So here we go, filling up the tire. Oh, shitty. Okay, well, what I found I can't do is I can't blow up a tire and videotape me blowing up the tire at the same time because it takes 3, maybe 4 hands, and since I'm only one man, I couldn't do it. Anyway, I got the thing blown up. Very important step of this is to check the tire pressure, and if you don't know how to do that, now is a good time to learn. So most gas stations will have this to blow it up, and this is the tire pressure checker, and I'm going to see if I can figure out a way to put my phone in a spot to videotape this and still use 2 hands. Check back with you in a sec. Alright, so there is the nozzle. We take put it on there like that, and then press down on this guy, and this will pop out. So let's see if that works. Hopefully you can see that. Popped out to right at 35, which is what we want. So that's good. So let's take this thing home and see if we can find the place it's leaking. Got the tire. Gonna go get a spray bottle with some soap. Start spraying it on there and see if we can find where this thing's leaking. Okay, so I got a spray bottle here. It's got a nice sudsy solution in it, as you can see. I'm going to take this and spray it on this tire. Let's see if I can see anywhere that bubbles up. Aha! Look at that. So after I wetted down a good bit of this tire just by kind of spraying it like this, what I did is I kept going, and then I saw those little bubbles pop up. Just like that right there. So that is our hole. At least that's one of them. I'll probably roll this thing around and see if I can see if I can find any other small holes, but that's obviously the spot it's coming out, at least one of them. So we'll see if we see any more. We found the hole, which is right here. Now, apparently, what we're supposed to do is take this corkscrew-looking device, which is pretty brutal looking, and shove it in this hole to waller it out, to make it larger actually, so that we can then thread in the Okay, so after some consultation with the guy who knows how to do this, the guy who loaned me the kit, he assures me that it's fine to punch the hole in the tire, but if we're worried about it, we can always let a bunch of air out so that it's not as full and doesn't have as much pressure on it. So I'm going to do that now, and the way to do that is simple. Find the nozzle, and again, it's kind of hard to do one-handed, but you just press that little bar in, and it lets a bunch of air out. So that air that we just bought to put in here, we are now letting out, and we're going to have to go fill it up again, which is no big deal. If this ever gets done, it'll be worth it all the way. So I'm going to let some air out, try and punch a hole in it in just a second. Okay, so after a fair amount of work, I was finally able to punch a pretty good hole in this thing using this tool. One thing that you really will find useful is in this kit anyway, there's a little bit of lube, a little bit of Vaseline type of stuff that's helping it go in and out. So when you get this instrument into the tire, just pull it in and out a couple of times to make sure you've got a hole that's large enough to put the patch in. And we're going to put the patch in just a second. Leave that like that. These are the, I don't know what exactly you call these, but hopefully you can see. These are tire patches. So what you do is take this tool, one of the tire patch strips, and thread it so that it's halfway through on each side, like that. Then we are going to shove this into the hole. Now that it's got a little lube on it, shove this into the hole so that there's about a ½ inch of this patch material exposed, and the rest of it is inside the tire. When you pull it out, push this down so that the patch material stays in. Now we've got this little bit of patch exposed. And we just cut that off right at the surface of the tire. Boom, ready for another 500,000 miles. All right, wheel back on the truck, tire on the wheel is patched. I'm gonna lower this puppy down, come back out in the morning, which today's New Year's, by the way, so who knows what condition tomorrow morning, we'll see. But anyway, come back out in the morning and see if it has held air, which is gonna be the only real test. In the meantime, I think I'm going to try and jump my truck and see if it'll hold a charge. So thanks everybody for watching. Shoot me a comment. Let me know how awful this is. Particularly, let me know what you'd like to see as far as how to do things. Always want to try and experiment and do new things. That's why I'm doing this. So enjoy your DIYing, everyone. Hasta. Okay. Let's see if tire held air, shall we? Looks good. No problem. So it's stuck. Great.